What is up, all my dorks, nerds, geeks, and gamers? It's your host, Ghost here, and today we're going to be checking out the Marvel Midnight Suns, the Hunter and Wolverine versus Sabretooth gameplay. This is a long one, guys. This is about 20 minutes long, 20 and a half minutes. So if you guys are impatient or this isn't your type of content, well, now is the time to go because it is going to be a longer video. But those of you that do want to see this pure gameplay of Marvel Midnight Suns, stay tuned, grab some popcorn, have a seat, and sit back and relax and enjoy. So we're going to see what we can see. We're going to talk about it, guys. So here we go.
Hi everyone, and welcome to our first gameplay live stream of Marvel's Midnight Suns. My name is Caroline Guevara,
Okay, we got the producer.
and host for today. I am joined
Looks
by
like
two
the
very
director,
special guests,
yep,
Jake Solomon,
and
our
a
creative
developer,
director.
I assume.
Very happy to be here. Very happy to finally play the game.
Of course. And of course, Garth the Angel.
Okay, franchise producer.
Thank you so much. Happy to be here as well.
Awesome. Well, thank you guys so much for joining us.
So we've seen little snippets of gameplay on this game, but we haven't seen
On
actual,
Twitter
like,
and Instagram, again,
pure,
that's
unedited,
Midnight Suns.
raw
First of
gameplay.
all, you can
So I'm hoping we get to see that here.
And also, if you want a very exclusive
Sign up for the
game
newsletter,
for
guys, if
Blade
you
or
guys are
Night
interested
Stalker
in that
definitely
Blade
sign up for our
outfit.
newsletter.
We're getting into some pretty incredible stuff, Caroline and Jake,
All right.
which we are ecstatic to show.
I know, I'm excited to see it. I'm really excited for this one. It looks good.
Yeah, and you know, it's
A very
been
unique,
while. And,
Marvel
on behalf
game.
of the team, before we do dive in, watching the trailer, watching the gameplay assets that came out, it's been incredibly.
Oh, I bet, I'm
incredibly
sure.
invigorating for the team to see the reaction from the community. It really does energize us.
Yeah,
We're gonna
they've
be
probably been
finishing
working
the
on this
game
for
and
3-4
seeing
years
your
at
guys'
this
love
point.
And excitement for what's to come. The team really appreciates, so thank you all. We've also been listening to your feedback.
Okay,
already,
cool.
which is very
That's good.
important
That's
to us.
always a good sign.
And one piece we definitely wanted to touch on was the fact that this game is a premium title, an enormous single-player game that is brimming with content, and we're not going to have game.
No microtransactions.
No. I understand why.
Good call.
But no, every ability that your heroes can have, they're in the game. You only earn them by playing with the heroes you love. There are no games.
That's what they say. We'll have to wait and actually see, though.
Put that to rest. Let's just play the game.
Let's get
Let's
into
go.
this
Let's play,
glorious
guys.
world.
Let's go.
Yeah, let's do it. Jake, you and I used to play another game.
All right, now we got
Oh,
actual
we did?
gameplay here.
And,
Alpha
we're
gameplay
not-
captured
we're
on
not quite in
PC.
Kansas anymore,
So
are
it
we?
is up and running. It's
No.
smooth. It looks beautiful.
So you're in control of the Hunter, moving her in real time there. You're at the Abbey, which is an entirely new.
So more of the Abbey,
superhero
cool.
Headquarters that we created.
Basically,
with
what I wanted to
Marvel.
really see more of.
Every cool superhero team has to have a cool superhero headquarters. This is ours. We're just showing the exterior. We're going to show.
See,
more
Doctor
of the
Strange and
Abbey
Blade are on the
at the
team
end of
there.
this mission. Today,
Blade looks
we're
really
showing
cool.
off
I cannot.
combat.
I'm
we've
so
got,
glad he's in this
a couple
game.
of our squad mates here. We're going to head into combat. This is our Hunter. We've talked about how customizable.
So
they
there's
are.
magic with
It's
the
almost
portal.
very
Maybe that's where you
different
go to
from this.
different missions.
We're walking by one of the other characters on the team, Magic, my personal favorite character in the
Very
Midnight
nice.
Suns.
You know, it
Yeah, I like
also
Magic
was
too. She's a pretty cool
incredibly
character.
important to us and the team to have a base that reflected something like we all knew and loved when we were kids with Marvel.
Yeah.
Avengers Tower, X-Men, and the X-Mansion.
It says
Now,
speak
having
to
your
Ghost
own
Rider
base
up here, so
is,
maybe we'll run into
such a
Ghost Rider
staple
here
that you
soon.
need to do in a Marvel game and something that hasn't been done before. You now have your own.
Yes, and ours.
But the
that's a
exploration
big
looks
part of
very
the game, how
good, very
it comes
beautiful.
alive
The
and
environments look
we'll
great.
talk
This
about that
ghost
in a
realm,
little
this
bit.
demon realm looks
And
amazing.
so now what we've done is crossed over into this sort of interdimensional
Limbo,
space we
okay.
call Limbo. So magic opens portals. You walk through Limbo and you get.
So
to
very
that
God of
dimension.
War-esque,
That's kind of one of her
with the
powers,
Tree
and
of
she
Life
can
connecting
display
all the levels together. And it works. That should
So
work
we're gonna
in a
just dive right
gameplay
into
perspective
combat
and story
then?
perspective.
Yes.
All right.
We're gonna
let's
play
do
Now
it.
let's see some combat
We are
here.
going to play some combat, and again, you know, we are a tactics team through and through. I'm
Okay, so
proud of the
you're kind of
designers
static
here
and you
and
can
folks
move
that
your
were
target
thinking
around wherever
creative
you want on the
systems
battlefield.
designers, but we've made something that you have not quite seen before when it comes to a tactics game. There's so much when it comes to the visual element of
Right.
these characters and how they're going to move and the superhero.
And it
flair
looks
that you're gonna
very
see.
good.
But
sure.
first, we wanted to slow down before we start playing this thing fast.
Let's
And
talk.
talk about what the mechanics
Let's
are
talk about the
right?
abilities, right? Because
Card
as
base.
you may have heard, the hero's abilities they're dealt to you at the start of combat. And like
Okay.
a hand
Nothing wrong with that.
Like a
Which-
card.
But it sucks if
Yeah.
you get
Time
all
was
bad
game
cards. That's the
mechanics,
problem.
right?
What could be controversial about cards? Nothing, I assume. However, in case it is, I would understand why people would say, what? That's very different from anything we've done before. It doesn't actually...
Yeah, it doesn't change much.
I want to make sure that people understand it doesn't play that different than things we've done before.
It just adds an element
But,
of
as
RNG
I'm gonna
on top of
explain
your
how
challenge
this whole
already.
system works. And the idea is that every character has their own abilities that the player is in charge.
Oh, that was
they can
cool.
assign whatever
I
abilities
really
they
like
want
the
to
destructibility.
Blade,
Like
to
when you
Doctor
hit
Strange,
someone, they
to
go
the Hunter.
flying.
They bring all
And I
those
like that a
abilities
lot.
into
And they
combat.
interact
And
with
there
the
aren't that
environment.
many of them, so you're going to see all those abilities come up.
I like that a lot,
But they're
Like,
dealt to you at
wow.
advantage cards. And,
like guns barely knocked that guy away, but when the hunter
yes.
grabbed that one and
So,
threw him,
there's
he
three
went
different
far.
Types of abilities that are really important. There's
Level
an
up,
attack,
of
which
course. You got
starts
your
right there.
upgrades and
One of
whatnot.
the benefits of abilities, treating them as a card, is we can put like really interesting effects
Right.
on them. So we have tons of them. It's another benefit is we can make so many different abilities. We can give them interesting effects. One is an attack, which Garth showed off there with Blade. The next is a skill, which he just
Okay, so that
used
was
with
like a
Doctor
buff
Strange.
kinda.
And that is the sort of thing that is a little
Yep.
more, could buff your allies.
I like that.
Could be
That works.
defensive. There are different ways to use it. But ultimately, the important
Because you
thing
don't
is
need
that
attack
by playing
attacks. You
attacks,
don't need
by playing
damage
skills,
attacks
you're
every single
building up
time.
the resources that you've
You can mix it up
You
with
see this in
buffs
the
and
bottom.
reductions and stuff like that.
What's that?
Yeah, it's a simple. The game all rotates around.
Okay, heroism is
right?
this
And so
meter in the corner
you
here,
build
in the
up
right corner,
heroism, and you use that to then use the third type of ability,
which is kind of like levels up to your ultimate powerful attack. Every character has their own heroic attack.
That's what we're working towards right here. Now I have a few other plays. Before I use Doctor Strange's heroic, I'm going to use one of the Hunter's attacks to build up more heroism, which
Okay.
will make the heroic stronger.
So right now, the hunter's in a great position to.
And I like that because you can line it up and knock them into each other to get the more damage going. And it looks like the environments are interactable. You can knock things into enemies as well. So there's that strategy as well.
So it's,
On top of the
Oh, no, no,
movement
you're fine.
and
Oh,
the
I was
placement
gonna
of your
say,
characters
you have a
definitely
lot of
adds to the
flexibility,
tactics.
freedom, how you
Very
can
much
choose
XCOM,
this.
just not
Yeah,
as
you
difficult
do.
it
I mean,
seems.
The idea is that the game
It
is
feels like
meant to move
XCOM on a
pretty
reverse
fast.
scale,
It's
like if
still
you were the
very deep.
aliens.
I love that ability.
That right.
He just KO'd that person. By the way, he
Yeah,
buried an
just
axe
KO'd
in
that
their
person.
head, and then they
Just axe
knocked him
slammed right in the head.
Okay.
Knocked out. Right?
After,
This is-
after a few hours.
Yeah,
Yep.
fine.
But also, I mean, you saw.
But
the
it seems a
heroic
little
abilities.
easy. That's what I'm
team,
worried
our
about.
Content team and all the disciplines that have worked on it, they have created these abilities.
Blade
that
looks
are
cool though. That's a nice move that goes
incredibly
around in circles,
satisfying to
hits
watch
3 enemies around you.
and the payoff.
Cap
they
looks like
really
more of
put,
a
like,
brawler
presentation
one-on-one
of the
type.
abilities.
Same with Ghost Rider.
Yeah, it's amazing to see. There are a lot of deep elements to combat here, and part of that is
Right.
different that heroes play. So we have
It all comes
a
down to the
number of
hero,
different
what
abilities
their
here. And
power
in
set
fact,
is,
actually,
how they
Garth
can
can
contribute to the
talk about
team,
this.
Yeah, we're
how
gonna
their
use a special
skills
skill
play off
from
other
Hunter,
hero
which is
skills.
going to chain on and allow us to use a very, very powerful card in our deck. So Inspire allows you to play heroic or a card that costs
Okay, that's cool.
heroism for free. So that's what we're going to do with Hunter, and that's going to lead into this powerful ability.
Yeah, and so the hero combo, again, a big attack. The way that you unlock these abilities is actually through the Abbey.
Okay,
we
so
talk about how the
Abby
relationships
and
that you
connecting
have
with
these
characters is going to unlock cards,
Wow.
very
which then
awesome and
adds
very
benefits to
powerful.
you in
You
combat,
unlock these super
which then
powerful
makes you
attacks
more
by
powerful
forming
overall. So it's a very
with
nice
your
loop they got going for them,
Last man standing.
and it seems like it could work perfectly for this type of story and the type of game they're trying to build.
So again, that's an encounter. You know, they play very, very fast.
Still seems a little bit easy, but that's just me.
It seems like 2 more appear in their place.
Now we got a cutscene here.
Hydra certainly lives up to their name.
I've hunted an actual Hydra. That was easier.
Easier than this.
Sabretooth, nice. Oh, and he looks good. He looks really good.
Up to my name, too.
I like that costume, the yellow and brown.
Hell of a
It feels
price
very
to
classic,
pay
but still
for
modern.
boy.
Very cool.
Runt. Too bad he
He's
never
got some
said
huge
you had
hands,
to
though.
stay
Like, look at those
attached to your
things.
body. Well, too bad for you.
Oh, Wolverine. Brown and yellow as well. I like it. I wish they went with the blue and yellow for him. But the brown's cool.
You got one thing right today, Sabretooth. Heads are definitely about to
Alright, so
roll.
Wolverine now on the team.
Oh, look.
This looks like a cutscene of when you first get him on the team, maybe? I don't know how late in the game this is, but this seems like the first encounter of Wolverine.
Wrong.
Compared to him,
A good point. All right, we got a little battle scenario playing out here. Is this a boss fight?
Now
It looks like a boss fight.
with one claw. Maybe I should be paying Hydra.
Very nice. All right.
Okay, guys, I would be lying if I would say I'm not excited about this very iconic duo, this battle between Sabretooth and Wolverine.
Yeah, and as you saw there, just one of the cinematics we have
Hours of cinematics,
in the
wow.
game. Obviously, we're telling a very deep.
I'm not surprised
story.
though. They have tons of
And
characters in
part
this
of that
game.
Story, of course, is introducing these villains. And this is the first villain we've shown, but we have a large cast of characters, not just
Lots of
heroes. We
villains.
got,
cool.
Again, as I said, 12 Marvel heroes.
I hope
plus
Spider-Man
we
shows
also
up.
have
That'd
a
be
large
awesome. Get
cast
some of
of
his
villains
rogues
to
gallery in
fight
here.
against.
That'd be fun.
What makes Lilith so powerful? So again, she's the ultimate enemy. The thing that's cool about her, if you imagine the most dangerous people in the Marvel universe, she's equally
Makes
dangerous
sense.
because she can corrupt people with a single touch. So not only
Reminds me a
fight
bit of
villains
Sylvie
like
with what's
Sabretooth
going on with the
did,
Loki
but you'll
series
fight
at the
what we
moment.
call Fallen, where Lilith has corrupted villains. She's corrupted even heroes. That the players
We
have
got
to
7
fight.
heroism over in the corner there, so it's getting pretty
Very deep
high up.
narrative, a lot of
Now we're gonna see
narrative
some
comes out,
environment
not just
attacks
in
here.
Cinematics, but also you'll experience in game as well.
Throwing this
And now we're
trash
fighting
can. Oh
against
wow, that was
Sabretooth,
cool.
and yes, you're right. This is
Kicked it, and then they all
iconic
just go flying in different
matchup,
directions.
Right? Wolvie, the best at what he does.
Very cool.
Sabretooth, kind of good at what he does. But he's deadly. Like Sabretooth
Yeah,
is
Sabretooth's
a
not
very
someone you
deadly
play with.
character, and so you're gonna have to require your entire team to take him out. All of our villains have a bunch of unique abilities and also
Right.
a unique flair to them. Sabretooth, the idea behind Sabretooth is that he has an ability called Frenzy, and that means that every time you take an action, he may respond, right? So you have to be really
So you gotta plan it
careful.
out
have to be
before
very
you
efficient
think.
in what you do, because Sabretooth responds very quickly. So you
Got
can
it.
take 2 actions, then he's gonna
Throws a brick
fight
at the
back.
guy's
So you
head.
have to
Nice.
anticipate when he goes on that.
Not
frenzy.
very Wolverine-like, but
Yes,
still cool.
for now.
The attacks
yeah,
look great
I
though.
mean,
The animations look
I
amazing.
love
The RPG elements
Sabretooth.
work
We
perfectly.
introduced,
The
you know,
tactical
here we're
elements fit
introducing
in with the
Wolverine
Marvel
for the
universe
first
really
time.
well.
This is where you meet him. This is pretty far.
Oh, wow,
in the
that's
game,
surprising.
Probably. I mean, actually, this game's very long, so not that far. But this is a good 10.
12 hours
into the
in and you
game.
get Wolverine.
When you meet Wolverine,
That's
and
nuts.
you unlock him. So there are characters you
That's
unlock,
absolutely nuts.
through play. This is the moment when you sort of meet Wolverine for the first time. And so again, Wolverine, a completely different play style.
So it's a
completely
very
new
big
set
game,
of
though, so that's cool.
abilities.
Can you go into his abilities a little bit more? Like what makes him so unique? and
Has me
different
excited
than
even
the
more.
others?
Yeah. So if you think about Wolverine, he's very savage. He has the ability to attack multiple targets. So he
Okay,
has
you can
what we
chain
call
into
chains.
different enemies.
He has a lot of ability that chain to multiple targets. And at the same time,
Oh god, he just got
can
launched.
taunt
I
them.
love the
And that means that
debris
he
as
can
well,
draw
like the
their
leaves
fire.
and
When he attacks them, then enemies,
papers and all that.
target Wolverine after that.
Everything,
And
it
that's
looks
great
really good.
because Wolverine has the ability to regenerate
And the destruction
health.
stays
He's
on the
very
battlefield. I
low
like
on
that
health
as well.
here. Garth, you doing okay, bud?
That's usual berserk. I'm gonna get some life steal on there if you want to mention that.
Well, that's
Lifesteal
fine.
makes
I
sense
believe in
for
you, Garth. You
Wolverine.
can do this.
Fine. As you can see, Sabretooth, huge health bar.
Heavy hitter. Definitely
yes.
heavy hitter.
Well, yeah,
Definitely
you're
heavy
12
hitter.
hours into
And
the
so-
game. Should be.
That's good. Wolverine has got some lifesteal going on and sent that guy to the moon.
Yeah, I do like that. I do like
But,
the
yeah, this is the problem with Sabretooth, right?
the
Is that
ragdoll
he
physics
just
they have
doesn't
on
stop.
things.
And this matches how he is in the comics as well. Like Sabretooth doesn't stop, you know?
Yep.
So you have to always kind of be on your toes here.
All right. What are we doing, Garth?
We got him.
You got him.
Wolverine's got him on the
Okay, all
ropes.
right. Okay.
I'm actually going to.
You can position yourself, use the
All
environment.
right.
Okay. Right.
One thing that's worth pointing out is that as you move,
Oh wow,
you
that
can
lunge,
continue
that was
to move
awesome.
until
Wasn't
you use
expecting
yourself,
that.
Right. And
So you can lunge off of
position
certain
yourself
items
just
to,
perfectly
get
until you use the
bonus
ability
damage
to
here.
continue to move around the map.
And you know, the movement balance is one of my favorite.
A lot
parts
of mechanics going
movement
on in this
play
game,
tactics,
but it works
it's-
really well.
But it's this wonderful balance of you can choose to play more methodically
Bada boom.
and find that single.
And there
precise
goes
movement
Sabretooth.
position to take advantage of the enemies, but it's not every single turn, every single action you make that decision.
Can't heal.
Oh my god, Wolverine just chasing him down. He's not letting him get away.
Going.
So then he's probably gonna end up teaming up with Lilith here. Yep, I assume so. Getting put on her team. And I assume that's going to happen with a lot of different villains that we're going to see. Very intriguing story though. Like I'm down 100% with all of this. Man, she's such a cool looking villain. Love the design. How the headpiece goes into the horns.
You'll do.
Very nice. It's very dark for a Marvel game as well. I'm surprised this isn't M-rated. It could be though. I don't think so, but it might be.
All right, so we saw a lot of good gameplay,
I agree, it looks
a
good.
lot of good ability. It's just like amazing gameplay, of course.
Oh, you
but
got more
this isn't
for
just
us?
it, right, Garth? There's still a whole another section to it.
There's a whole other section. It is enormous. It is incredibly exciting. Again, we love tactics games, and changing what we did with the tactics design there wasn't enough.
Right, makes
We wanted
sense.
The whole other half of the game
Adds a
that
bit
was
more,
the RPG part of the tactics.
a bit more
RPG. So we're
skin
going
to the
back
meat of the
Abby
game
now,
there.
and we're going to show you guys a little bit of a gameplay tease with what you can do.
Okay,
in
the Abbey.
All
What do we
We're gonna
got?
Start in the Hunter's Quarters.
All right, let's do it.
You can do an enormous amount.
Right.
Obviously, after a hard day's work, you want to go back to your place of refuge.
Save your
Right,
game,
right,
change your
clothes.
clothes.
One of many outfits. We actually have a lot of outfits that.
And look at this room. It looks like some decorating could be done. Can you do decorating?
Joan. Yeah, you
Wow,
got it. You
room
got it.
customization, that's
Yeah, very,
awesome.
very
Pets,
not just the characters,
another
but
big
as
element.
well. Here's your
So many elements of
beloved-
this game that it just gets bigger and
Charlie.
bigger.
Right, your beloved Hellhound Charlie, who loves
Oh, I
you
like
so
it. I like
much.
the interactions.
You can, of course, pet the dog, and there's a lot.
Customizing your room though, that's gonna be fun. All the trophies of your
Are we gonna be able to
adventures.
explore that a little
Very
bit more?
cool.
We are, and in fact, what's happening right now is the hunter walking onto the common room after combat.
And you can
And
interact
so,
with the characters
again,
and make
this is
your
really a social,
team.
experience.
make the
where
bond
after
between your
combat,
team
all these
stronger.
heroes are hanging out, and you can choose from different heroes after combat to hang out with. And this is an
And I like how
important
they're
part
all
of
in their
the
like casual
It
wear.
is. It's-
I like
It's
it.
one of my favorite parts of the game. Not only do you have fun in combat, you come back and you have a very, very important choice to make, which is a whole other part of the Marvel fantasy, right? It's not just battling
Right.
amongst these heroes. It's who do you
And that's
wanna
what I
hang
think
out with. You
Avengers,
come
Marvel's
around
Avengers did
or
right as well,
Iron
is
Man.
the relaxing
Yeah, there's
element
a
in
lot
between
of
missions.
benefit to this,
back
right?
at the
There's not
hubs.
just a narrative benefit as they commiserate over their
And I
terrible
think with this being a
parents.
single hub, it's gonna make it even. It's gonna cement it in even more that this is where you need to be.
Well, but yeah, then
Very cool.
in addition to hanging out with heroes, you obviously get to have a deeper experience.
Caretaker.
talking to, different characters around the Abbey.
Now I don't see any
And we'll kind of
voice
lead
work
in here,
yet
like
in
your
between these
dialogue
conversations,
choices
but
can
that might
affect
be
the
something that comes eventually.
I mean, it's an RPG. There's branching dialogue choices here.
Right.
You mentioned the light-dark balance. The role-playing portion of how you want to craft your hunter. And
I
their
like it. It
personality
works.
Is incredibly compelling. And you'll be able to do that.
Follow the
in
dog here.
space In the Abbey. Uh-oh. What are we doing here, Caroline? You love the dog?
I do.
You walk your dog?
I mean,
Walking
it
the
looks
dog.
like it.
Dog can walk with you.
The dog's walking, leading me somewhere special. Okay, where are we going?
So
That'll
this is
add.
just one of the many
So even
things
pets
that
can
happen
lead you
on
in
the
unique
So the Abbey
experiences.
grounds are
That's
very
cool.
Extensive, which you can explore, and you should.
It looks very
And this
beautiful
is a
though.
lot of
Huge,
really
a lot
interesting
to explore and look
optional
at.
content. The player can come out here,
stuff to
explore
find.
the grounds,
Mhm.
uncover a lot more narrative, a lot more gameplay, and so again, we wanted this to feel like a living space.
Yeah, it
So
does.
it's not
It feels
just
real.
an
It feels like
Abbey.
something you could spend time in and not be
You know,
bored.
appropriately supernatural, based
And
on our
again-
I like it. I
again,
like
you
it a
think
lot.
of the world of Marvel, it's not enough to just have a series
Right.
of menus in between missions or a base that doesn't have a lot of content
Right.
or substance to it. And the grounds really act as that, since they're overloaded with
Yeah, I like
secrets
that.
and mysteries. And
That's what they
deep
need
lore
to
learn more,
keep
even
the
in other corners of
consistent
Marvel that you may
loop
be
going.
surprised about
Mhm.
the
The
background of
resting and then the
hunter
action,
and
the
caretaker
action, the
and
resting,
other
the action, the resting.
And there's so much more that we would love. We would love.
Oh,
to
I
show
wish,
you.
man.
Can we keep going?
And we will. There's so much more to show you.
Soon.
Agatha
And we
Shrine,
will,
Agatha
very
Harkness.
soon.
All right.
All right. Well, there
Wow,
you have
a lot
it,
of cool
guys.
stuff in
We
that trailer,
have
guys.
A little bit of gameplay, a little bit of Abby, a lot of combat that's coming up as well. What's
Yeah,
coming
what do
up,
we got
guys, in
coming up?
October, coming months.
A lot. So we want to dive deep on some of the characters.
Oh,
Like
I'm
start to
down.
Show
Yeah,
more
cool.
about these characters, and then show more
Of
gameplay.
course.
We just hinted at it with the combat and the Abbey, so we want to show more of that.
I'm excited.
Awesome. Well, I'm pretty sure everyone's looking forward to it. Thank you so much, guys, both Jake and Garth, for joining us today and showing our fans, of course, like Marvel's Midnight Suns.
Yes, we are very happy to finally be putting the
I'm happy, and I cannot wait to play it come March or February.
Yeah.
Yep, absolutely.
All right, thank you guys. If you haven't done so already,
Yeah,
make
go
sure
do
to
that
follow
if you guys
us on
want
social
that
media.
Blade
Again, that's
outfit
Marvel's
that
Midnight
is
Suns
exclusive
on
to
Twitter and
following on the
Instagram.
newsletter.
Make sure to give us a follow. Also, sign up for our newsletter for the very
Yep.
exclusive.
Check that out if you guys are interested.
Thank you so much for joining us today, and we look forward to.
All right,
sharing
guys, that was
more.
the trailer. Let's go ahead and talk about it. So that was 20 minutes of gameplay from Marvel's Midnight Suns. We got to see the Hunter. We got to see a little bit of the Abby. We got to see Wolverine. We got to see Sabretooth. We got to see a boss battle. We got to see environment interactions. We got to see collectibles. We got to see side stories that you can do once you interact with your characters when you're not on a mission together. We got to see a whole bunch of stuff, and it all looks very good. I am very, very excited for it. Every time I see that game, I'm even more excited. And they just keep showing another layer, even here and there, and it looks better and better. So I cannot wait till this game comes out, but let me know down below what you guys think of Marvel Midnight Suns. I'm sorry this was such a long video, but I really wanted to get in this deep dive of gameplay and look at it. But let me know down below. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share. And as always, guys, keep it right here on Dorkston. And if you haven't checked it out yet, go check out Dorkston streams for our gameplay coverage. That's where we'll be playing these games in the future. Until next time, guys, adios.